Hi everyone, welcome to Schoology. This video is designed to walk you through the basics of Schoology and get you up and running for the very first week. And so the very first thing you should be doing is signing in to your Schoology account. Why don't you go ahead and pause the video or just kind of have this running in the background as I describe some of the basics on this page. But go ahead and sign in using your FUHSD email account. Hopefully you have your email and password all set and ready to go. When you sign in, you're going to land on this page, which is the course dashboard. On the course dashboard, you'll notice that each tile represents a course you're currently enrolled in. You are going to want to probably reorganize these so that they're a little bit easier to find. To do that, you just click and hold on a tile and then you would drag it to whatever spot that you like. You can do that as many times as you want throughout the semester, whatever is going to make it easier for you to kind of navigate. The next thing you're going to notice on the right-hand side is this to-do section. At the very top of the to-do section is Overdue. These are assignments that where the deadline has passed and that you have not submitted. And so these are the things I want to draw your attention to first to get those done as soon as possible. Then if we scroll down, you'll notice that there's an upcoming section. These are all the assignments that have deadlines that are coming up that you have not yet completed, and so these are just reminders of things you need to get done. Upcoming events are the same thing for events. If there are any things that your teachers have posted in their courses, this is where they'll be listed. And then recently completed are assignments you've submitted that have been graded by your teachers. And so you can see those kinds of grades at a glance down here. All of these are hyperlinks and they'll take you directly to the assignments that you need to get done. And so if there is an assignment, for instance, that's overdue, if you click on this, it'll take you to the course and the assignment so that you can find it pretty quickly. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the menu bar across the top here. It's just going to be a quick overview. Lots of information. Feel free to pause the video anytime you like to kind of just take some time to soak it all in. To get to the course dashboard, this is the home button, which is our FUHSD logo. Feel free to click that to get back to this course dashboard portion. If you want to see your courses, click on the courses button. It's going to have a drop-down menu with each tile representing your course. You can click on a course there. Groups are usually for things like clubs. They may invite you into a group where you can kind of select and kind of get updates, have resources posted, all that information there. Resources is where you're going to link your Google Drive to your Schoology account, which is one of the very first things that we're going to do to get you up and running in all of your courses. We'll come back to that. Grades is where you can see your grade report for each of your courses, listed at a glance. Anything that you want to see, you can expand. And then when you want to close that, feel free to go ahead and click on that title of the course again, and that'll close the course. That lets you see all of your grades. Moving across, you'll see that there's a calendar. In the calendar, you can kind of see all of the assignments for each of your courses. You can select which courses you want to see. You can color code each of the calendars so that you can only see one course at a time, whatever is going to help you kind of navigate that in terms of organization. We have a messaging system in Schoology. It's not that robust. You're going to want to ask your teachers their preferred method of communication. They'll let you know the best way to contact them. Notifications are listed here, and then at the far right is your actual profile. And so let's just start here. You're going to click on your profile, which should be your name. Your profile has all the basic information about you as a student. You're welcome to kind of update that in whatever capacity that you'd like. But the interesting thing would be to click on the name and then go to your settings. Under your settings, you can adjust your notifications, and you're going to want to do this just because Schoology has a tendency to send a lot of emails. And so you're going to want to turn off the ones that you don't want. I do recommend leaving the course update posted just in case your teacher has something important that they want to share with you. Course content created, you could if you wanted to see something new, but that might be a little overwhelming. So just check your courses on a regular basis. You can turn that off as an email. Group updates. Please leave those on just because school groups includes some of the things that for your clubs and things like that, they might want to reach out to you, and so you just might want to be aware of what's going on. Your public groups should all be off automatically just because we don't have any public groups to be a part of. School updates, we're going to ask that you leave that on because you are part of courses and things like that where you're going to want to receive notifications that things have been posted from your counselors and whatnot, and so leave those on just in case. And then personal is your personal preference. Take some time, go through your notifications, adjust as you see fit, and then always click the Save Changes button in Schoology if you make any adjustments. If you navigate away from the page without clicking Save Changes, nothing's going to stick. And so you'll see this green bar at the top here that shows that things have been saved successfully and you're good to go. The next thing we're going to do is link our Google Drive to our Schoology account, and so we're going to go back to the Resources tab here. You'll notice that on the left-hand side there is a Search, Personal, Group, and Apps. We're going to click on the Apps. Google Drive Resource App should automatically kind of be the first thing that you see there. I've already linked mine, but I'm going to kind of walk you through the general steps, and so it would be the same as essentially signing in to your Google Drive account. So I'm going to sign in. This little pop-out's going to show up. You're going to select your account. Make sure it's your FUHSD account, not your personal. You're going to click Continue, and then you're going to allow access to your Google account. So go ahead and click Allow. You should be able to see things in your Google Drive. There may not be anything there at the moment because it's a new account for you, but anything that you will be able to see, you can see later for all of your other courses. Pause the video, take some time, make sure that your Google Drive Resource app is logged in and connected. Ask your teacher if you need any guidance. Take some time to do that. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is show you kind of what it looks like to navigate through a course. And so click on your course menu. I have my Schoology Basics for Students Essential Skills. I just want to kind of show you this is what a course landing page typically looks like. You're going to land on the materials page. This is where your teachers are posting their lectures, their assignments, things like that. Anything that they want you to be able to access digitally is going to be posted here. Updates is where they can post important information, kind of updating you about what's going on in the course. Some teachers use this, some don't, so just be aware, ask your teacher how they update in particular information. And then obviously you can see your grades for a specific course in the Grades tab on the left-hand side. Materials are listed here. You can see that this is a file, PDF. This is a folder that holds a bunch of other materials in it, and this is a Schoology page which has information directly on Schoology. On the right-hand side is upcoming, so this kind of has, for this particular course, all the deadlines and all the assignments coming up. It has assignments and events, and so you'll be able to see both. But it has the list, it has the deadline. If you click on the assignment, it'll take you directly to that assignment in the course, which may be the fastest way to access materials. And so if you're looking for something and you want to get your work done, this might be the place to go for the upcoming. Okay, so to navigate through a course and you want to look through the different materials, your teachers may use folders to kind of sort through all the different things and organize. Sometimes having folders and folders can be a little cumbersome to click through. You can click on the folder for sure, and it's going to open up in this page like this. It's going to load, it'll show you everything in there. But something that could be a little bit faster if there are folders and folders is using this little caret to the left of a folder. It'll expand the folder right there, and then you can kind of keep clicking on the carets to expand and just find the things that you need that way. That's an option for you. In terms of icons, you'll notice that the PDF indicates a file. This blue icon indicates a page on Schoology. Green indicates an assignment. The speech bubbles overlapped over each other is a discussion assignment, and then these purple icons are assessments. So I'm going to walk you through the different types of assignments that you may run into. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. Your teachers may be using them in different ways, so always ask your teacher kind of the best way to navigate their course specifically. For standard Schoology assignments, you're going to see the title up here, due date and deadline right there. Any instructions that they have for you is going to be listed right here. To submit something, you're going to click the Submit Assignment button. And there are three options. You can upload something. You can upload a file directly from your device. You can actually click this microphone to make an audio or video recording through Schoology. That's something that your teachers may ask you to do. Create means you can type directly a response that you can then submit. Save draft or submit that there. And then Resources gives you access to the apps and the Google Drive Resource app, which then allows you to submit something from your Google Drive. And so those are three ways to upload and respond, submit something to a standard Schoology assignment. Okay. Next is a discussion assignment. This is right here. And so again, title, due date, instructions. You can write a comment here. This is your own original first post. Go ahead and write there. All the formatting is available. You would click the post button. If you wanted to reply to someone else's post, there's a little reply button underneath the post that you can click and it'll expand and you can comment on people. Post reply. That's a discussion. Next, we have a Google Drive assignment, which looks very, very different. Once you see a Google Drive assignment, this is what it's going to look like. The assignment has a description, due date, instructions. Sometimes there are rubrics attached, and so they'll show you kind of like what you're being evaluated on, the different criteria and kind of the different levels for each one. That's what you see here. You're going to click the My Document to actually access the document and actually type into things. And so you have access to all of the Google Drive options right here. Google Document options, I mean. And then when you are done, you can click the Submit Assignment button, and then you can go ahead and get that done. To get out of this, you can go and click this little title that says Unit 1. This is the folder title. That'll take me back to the folder that I was originally in. And then the last type of material that you might run into on the regular is an assessment. And so this is what an assessment looks like. Some of your teachers use Lockdown Browser. They'll probably explain that to you in the moment, but this is basically what an assessment looks like as well. If you get through all of this, go back to the folder, again clicking that title, that's how you go back. And if you want to go back to the course materials page in general, you can click that title right there. It takes you back to the landing page. Okay? Pause, feel free to explore a little bit, see all the different things that you want to see. Ask any questions of your teacher in this moment, and then we're going to go and talk about how to access your grades. So in a course, you can see your grades. You would go to the Grades tab on the left-hand side. You can, again, with the carrots, expand or close anything that you want. Each of the different categories in the course are listed here. So this course is divided into reading, summatives, work habits, speaking and listening, all of the above, right? And so if you expand a category, you can see the assignments that belong to that category. And again, has hyperlinks directly to the assignment. So this is another way to access those things. These are the different grades. This is the grade for each category, and then you see an individual grade for each of your assignments. If your teacher is using exceptions, you're going to see some of these icons right here. It'll tell you what that means, and so if I'm missing this assignment, it means I haven't done it yet. Sometimes that'll affect my grade depending on your teacher's settings, so just ask them. This is what it looks like if they have a rubric attached, and so if you want to see what you got on an assignment and see a rubric, you're going to click on this rubric icon, and a rubric is going to pop out. You can see each criteria. You can see the rating that you got. It tells you how many points you received. And sometimes they can leave comments for each individual criteria. If you hover over the little speech bubble, you can see what their comment is. The other thing that you might want to see is, let's expand all of them. Sometimes you're going to have numbers as a grade. Sometimes you're just going to have text. And so some of your teachers are going to use scales where you see either just a letter grade or you actually see full-on phrases. It kind of depends on what they're doing. But this is the actual grade itself, and so that's what you received. And then this is a comment that they left in the gradebook telling you a little bit more information, a little bit more feedback, and so you can actually see what they had to say about that particular assignment. Your course grade is listed at the bottom here. Again, each of your teachers is going to have a slightly different looking gradebook. Don't be alarmed if it looks a little different. Just ask your teacher what to expect for their particular gradebook. And that's kind of that. So those are your grades. Again, if you wanted to see all of your grades for all of your courses, you could go to the menu bar at the very top, click the grade report, and then expand any course that you're currently in, and then you'll be able to see exactly kind of what you've got going on. And so this is what you can do if you wanted to kind of see them all together. If you have any questions and you need a little bit of help, in this course, Schoology Basics for Students Essential Skills, there is a Troubleshooting Schoology and How to Get Help page. Click on this. It gives you some general troubleshooting tips about how to kind of access and kind of refresh the page and things like that. If you need more help, there is Schoology support, but the most effective way to get help is to email your library media teacher at your site. And so we've listed each of the library media teachers at each of the sites. Feel free to actually click on the email. It'll take you directly to an email to them. Ask them, visit them in the library, see if they can help you kind of navigate certain things. Hopefully that helps. Feel free to ask any questions you have to your teacher who's currently running this advisory, or again, your library media teacher down the line.